Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Merchant Seaman community where men and women are not alone at sea because the Merchant Seaman community is here for he or she. Please take 10 seconds, hit the like button, subscribe, share the videos, leave a comment. I've written a book called The Complete Guide to Becoming a Merchant Seaman, how to make $5,000 to $10,000 a month without a GED or high school diploma. Trying to get the glare off of it. Yeah, there it is. But I will. The link will be in the description. It's available on Amazon. Step-by-step guide teaching you how to acquire all the documentation you need to become a merchant seaman, and it also has a list of maritime colleges, private companies, unions, and programs that you could go to work for or become a part of. Also in the description will be a link for you to go and get the Merchant Seaman Community merchandise. I want to thank you in advance for supporting me with both those items. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to get a job with SIU Part 2. I'm going to expound a little bit more about the process of getting a job with SIU. So let's get into it. So like I said in the part 1, you're going to get to the union hall. You're going to go to the counter and you're going to register. After you register, then the union hall is pretty much just a bunch of tables and chairs, and you sitting there and you are watching the job board looking for job opportunities. So one of the things that you are going to be looking for is called all ports jobs. So all ports jobs are, let's say for example, you have a ship, and that particular ship, it always goes to Jacksonville, Florida to pick up cargo. Now, after it leaves Jacksonville, Florida, it might go overseas, it might go to New York, it could go anywhere, but it always comes back to Jacksonville, Florida to pick up cargo. It can go anywhere to discharge it, but it always comes back to Jacksonville, Florida to pick up cargo. So if that's the case, then more than likely, then that particular job or all the unlicensed positions or jobs on that particular ship will be assigned to the Jacksonville, Florida Union Hall. Now, let's say certain positions or all the positions on that ship are or have been sitting on the Jacksonville Union Hall job board for, let's say, 2 weeks, and for whatever reason, no one has picked up those jobs or nobody has taken those jobs. So at that point, it could go what they call all ports, and that means that that job will show up on all the other job boards and all the other union halls that SIU has. So an all ports job, it could come in at any time. So since it can come in at any time, as soon as you see it, then don't waste time. Just go ahead and run to the counter and let your patrolman, the port agent, know that you want that particular job. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is reading the job board. So, first thing on the job board would be, it's going to tell you the department. Okay. And these departments are categorized under a color code. It'd be, yeah, be some type of color associated with each department. So blue a blue circle or blue dot would be for the steward department. A yellow dot would be for the engine department, and a pink dot would be for the deck department. Now you also have, or you also see a white dot. So the white dot just represents any entry level position. It doesn't matter what department it's in, but the white dot would be any entry level position. So if it's engine, you should see a white dot for wiper, DEU, or goodie. Um, if it's deck department, then you could see a white dot for the entry level position would be ordinary seaman, and then if it's a white dot for the steward department, then you could see the entry level position, steward assistant. Okay, now the next line item on the job board would be the rating. Okay, so yeah, like we said, or like I said, you could see the rating for ordinary seaman. You could see the rating. It could say AB, able-bodied seaman. You could see the rating that says engine department for electrician or pumpman. So the second line item on the job board will just be the rating, and the rating is pretty much your job title. Like, what are you qualified? What's your qualifying job title or job position? That's your rating. Then the next line item on the job board would be job type. So you'll see it will say permanent, and that means it's a permanent position. You could hold a permanent position on that ship. You could see rotary. Rotary normally means that you you're gonna be on a rotation. Like you're gonna work a certain amount of time, and then you're gonna rotate, or take some time off. Then you're gonna come back and work the job again. And then you might see a relief job. So um, a relief job, you can say like someone that has a permanent position, and they've worked X number of days, and now they're going home on vacation. So you're going to be giving them a relief and working that job for X number of days, and then until they come back. So that's what relief means under job type. Now the next line item on the job board is going to say duration. So if it's a permanent job and it says 120, then you can work your 120 days, and then take some time off, probably like 60 days off, and then you'd come back and you would work the 120 days again. Same thing with the rotary position. It could say 120 days. You take 60 days off, and then you come back and do the 120 days again. I will say, like with some, yeah, I'll say with the permanent position and the rotary position, if the duration says 120, then you'll work that 120, and then after you've done those 120 days, then you'll have the option. You're not obligated, but you'll have the option to come back and work work again if you want to for that company. If you don't, then after you finish your 120, then that's it. You don't have to go back to that ship if you don't want to. Um, and same thing with a relief job. Um, Relief job, if it says, hey, you're only going to be working 10 days, 20 days, 60 days, with the relief job, like normally after you finish that time, then normally with a relief job, then that's it. There's no option to come back. But with a permanent or a rotary position, then after you finish whatever time that says, the initial time that says duration, after you finish that time, you normally will have an option to come back and work for the company again. Okay. The next line item on the job board is going to be the vessel. So whatever the ship's name, the ship could be named Ocean Trader, Liberty Glory, St. Louis Express. And here is what I was saying in part 1 of the video. When you see the vessel's name and you're making a decision of whether you want to take this job or not, then that's when you go to the ship tracking app, or you go to the marine traffic app, and you can type in the name of the vessel, and then some information should pop up as far as like what ports it normally what ports it's been, it goes in and out of, whether it goes overseas, and what type of cargo it carries, yeah, things like that. Then the next line item, or the last line item, would be, no, I'm sorry, not the last. The next line item would be the company. So the ship could, the company is pretty much whatever company is managing that ship, and they're managing, the payroll for that ship. They're managing, safety protocol on that ship. They're doing the management of that ship. So the ship could belong to one company, but then that company has another company that's actually managing the ship. So, and then lastly, the last line item on the job order would be the port. So, yeah, if it says all ports, then it'll tell you like where the job originated from. And if it says Houston, then that means the job is assigned to the Houston Union Hall. So like if I'm registered in the Houston Union Hall, then when that is a job call, I should see under port, I should see it says Houston. And if I'm in, let's say, Jacksonville, Florida, and I'm registered in Jacksonville, Florida, then on the job board under port, it should say Jacksonville, Florida. Lastly, I'd like to say that when you're in the Union Hall, you're looking for a job, use your time wisely, because like I said, sometime when you go to a Union Hall, you could be there for a day, and the first day you're there, you can find a job. It might be a week, it might be 2 weeks, it might be a month, might be 2 months before you find a job. But every day that you're there, and you're just sitting around waiting for a job, don't waste your time. Try to use that time wisely. Like, if you have aspirations of opening a business one day, then, hey, bring some good business books to read. Or if you have aspirations of being a chef one day, then bring books about, how to become a chef, or, whatever, like, goals or aspiration you have in your life. use some of that time wisely while you're looking for work. To go on YouTube, research these things, go on Google, use your time wisely, because you'll have some guys and gals, like the whole day they just want to talk about sports or celebrity gossip or whatever it is. Which if that's their interest, then it's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying for those of you guys and gals that might have separate interests, then yeah, it's okay to maybe talk about some of those things for a little while, but you want to use your you don't want to use all your time that you're there just talking about that. If you know you have certain goals you're trying to reach or certain things you want to do, you want to use a good portion of your time working on those things. So that's all for this video. Thank you guys and gals so much. For those of you that have subscribed, thank you guys and gals so much for sharing the videos, for your comments. Let's continue to be kind to one another, and spread awareness about this industry, especially with COVID going on. A lot of people have lost their jobs. They're looking for a new opportunity or a new career path. So this might be something that could be a blessing for them. You guys and gals take care. See you in the next video.